How is it possible that no method in use today can straighten a kyphosis, lordosis, or scoliosis? Now, to save you from the useless workload of trying all the techniques in circulation, we decided to draw up a direct list of ineffective or even harmful practices. Number 1, posture tips. Now, how many times in school did the teacher tell you to stand up straight? How often have your parents said, keep straight? Now, you have to know that this posture advice is useless. It doesn't have any actual effect on your posture. Those that are straight don't need to pay attention to posture. They succeed naturally because they have biomechanical structures that hold them in a correct position. So stop listening to the prophets of keep straight. That's not the way to find a solution to your posture problems. Number 2, psychology. Now, typically, when the specialists don't know which way to turn, they decide to send you to a psychologist because if they fail to fix your spine, it's because you don't want to get it straightened. So the psychologists begin grueling sessions looking for deep, psychic causes of your bad posture. And in the end, the only thing that changes is that your wallet seems to get lighter, as this approach is wrong. The causes of scoliosis, kyphosis, or lordosis are not psychological. They are linked to biomechanics. Now, number 3, sports. Now, fitness is one of the most frequent pieces of advice when you have back pain. Everyone has a recipe that boils down to miles of laps back and forth in the swimming pool. Now, what's better than a swim when you have back pain? Playing sports is one of those useless activities and can cause harm if swimming or other sports are done professionally or intensely. Now, in that case, it could create severe muscular compensations in the body, generating the unwelcome effects seen in the previous section. A muscle that increases in size asymmetrically risks jeopardizing the proper functioning of organs and blood vessels. Now, here are some sports you should avoid if you have bad posture: swimming, gym, postural gymnastics, football, running, etc. Playing sports with a body like yours is like going 200 miles an hour in a Ferrari that has a crooked axle. After 500 yards, you'll have an accident. Number 4, orthopedic insoles. Now, orthopedic insoles are among those unnecessary practices that offer no benefits to posture. Now, this practice is based on the assumption that scoliosis depends on ascending factors. That is, that the origin of this problem is in your feet. Now, according to these useless beliefs, podalic tactile afferents may interact significantly with a crooked back. A podalic gap or a different leg length or pelvis rotation originates from below. Totally wrong. Trying to correct this deficit with a slab under the foot is wrong. Your back will not budge an inch. Your spine will have no benefit. On the contrary, the body will have to find a new adaptation. The origin of this problem is not on your feet. Number 5, a corset. Unless you are a medieval torture lover, we strongly advise you to avoid the corset, also known as an orthopedic corset. There's nothing the corset can do, and it can also be harmful to the body. People who suggest you wear a corset are doing it for the following reason. They think they'll never be able to fix a spine, but at least they can avoid a worsening in the situation. Thus, the corset, while freezing the spine, is replacing it by reducing your mobility to zero. Now, this torture is inflicted especially on teenagers during the age of development. So, if you're an adult, you're lucky enough that no one will ever try to give you one. Now, the result of these efforts is the same as the practices seen before. Nothing will happen, and you will live a happy life of scoliosis, kyphosis, or lordosis. Do we have a solution? Setting aside the various mainstream ideas listed above, what solutions are there? Recta has invented a plug-and-play postural device capable of acting on our postural biomechanism site. This dental bite, called the rectifier, acts upon our jaw like a lever, capable of supporting the skull and repositioning it in its correct posture to extend the spine and balance the entire body's muscles. Now, when the skull is supported by the plug-and-play rectifier, the entire spinal column, the cervical lordosis, dorsal kyphosis, and lumbar lordosis are extended. As a result, the scapulae re-enter and the rib cage expands better. Now, this whole process happens naturally and benefits the health of the entire body. Check out the description for more information.